On land, worms are humble creatures, tiny snacks for hungry birds, struggling in the dry dirt under the scorching sun just to survive another day. But beneath the ocean waves, the narrative shifts entirely. Here, worms are not the prey. They are the ultimate nightmares waiting in the dark abyss. Equipped with steel-like jaws and deadly toxins, these invisible assassins can grow longer than a blue whale, ruling the seafloor with terrifying efficiency and speed. Welcome to a world where evolution has turned the slimiest creatures into the most perfect killers on the planet, far beyond our wildest terrestrial imaginations. Why did one branch of the family stay so simple, while the other became a living bear trap? The answer lies in an ancient arms race. For hundreds of millions of years, the ocean has been a brutal laboratory, forging monsters that defy the laws of biology we see on the surface. Today, we descend through the layers of oceanic hell to discover how seawater molded these gelatinous blobs into the stuff of pure, unadulterated nightmares. Level 1. The Invisible Assassin. Meet the Bobbit worm. You will never see it coming until it is far too late to even scream. It buries 95% of its 3-meter body under the sand. It has no eyes, yet it senses every tiny vibration in the heavy water. Its strike is so fast and powerful that it can literally snap a fish in half. Imagine a pair of biological bolt cutters under the sand. Once the prey is gripped, there is no escape. The worm retracts into its tunnel, dragging its meal into the darkness to be consumed alive. The seabed becomes a minefield where the ground itself has teeth. These creatures are the masters of the ambush, waiting patiently for years if necessary. Level 2. Chemical Warfare. The fireworm might look like a beautiful, vibrant toy, but touching it is a mistake you will only make once. Those white hairs are actually hollow glass tubes filled with potent neurotoxins. They break off inside your skin, delivering a burning sensation like fire. On land, worms hide from predators. In the sea, the fireworm flaunts its presence with bright colors, warning everyone of the agony it can provide. The pain is so intense it can last for days, leaving a mark that reminds you why the deep is not meant for the soft-skinned. Level 3. The Physics Breaker. The bootlace worm, Linnaeus longissimus, is a creature that seems to defy the very limits of biological scale. So this worm can reach a staggering length of 55 meters. That makes it significantly longer than the largest blue whale ever recorded by science. If you stretched it out next to a Boeing 747, it would nearly reach from the nose to the tail, all in one single slimy strand. It has no bones, no hard structures. Its entire body is a flexible band of muscle and slime that can stretch and contract infinitely. Despite its length, it is incredibly fragile, yet it survives by being so unappealing and toxic that almost nothing in the sea dares eat it. Level 4. The Bone Eaters. Deep in the abyss, the oceanic, or zombie worm, performs a macabre ritual on the remains of fallen giants. They have no mouths and no stomachs. Instead, they use acid to dissolve the hard calcium of whale bones to reach the fats inside. Symbiotic bacteria living inside their roots do the heavy lifting, turning dissolved bone matter into life-sustaining energy for the worm to thrive on. The ultimate twist. The males are microscopic, living their entire lives inside the female's body, just to fertilize her eggs before they eventually die. Level 5. The Eternal Giants. Near underwater volcanoes, where water reaches 400 degrees Celsius, the giant tube worms claim their territory. They live in a toxic soup of sulfur and heavy metals. To any other creature, this is death. To them, it is a buffet. They are the fastest-growing invertebrates on Earth, shooting up over a meter in a single year by converting pure poison into biological fuel. Why don't we see these monsters on land? Because gravity is a chain. On land, a 50-meter worm would be crushed by its own weight. In the ocean, buoyancy breaks that chain. It allows life to expand, stretch, and evolve into shapes that would be impossible under Earth's gravity. But beware, these nightmares aren't always miles away. Many hobbyists have found bobbit worms hiding in their home aquariums, eating fish for years. They hitchhike on live rock, growing in secret until the owner realizes their prized fish are disappearing one by one into the gravel. The ocean doesn't create monsters, it simply removes the limits. If Earth's sea has 50-meter worms, what lives in the oceans of Europa? Perhaps out there, in the dark silence of space, there are worms as long as continents, waiting for their next meal to pass by. Which of these deep-sea horrors scared you the most? Tell us in the comments. And if your garden worm starts growing teeth, run. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep-sea mysteries. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring the terrifying wonders of our blue planet. Returning to the depths, the bobbit worm's sensors are masterpieces of evolution, detecting the faintest pressure wave of a swimming victim nearby. These jaws are strong enough to slice through bone and scales instantly. It is the ultimate predator of the benthic zone, silent and deadly. The tension in the water is palpable. The worm waits for the perfect alignment, its muscles coiled like a high-tension spring ready to fire. In less than 1/10 of a second, the strike is over. The fish is caught in a grip that no amount of struggling can break. Its iridescent skin shimmers even in the dark, a hauntingly beautiful exterior for one of the ocean's most ruthless and terrifying killers. As night falls, the fireworms come out to hunt. Their bodies glow with a deceptive warmth, inviting curious creatures to their painful doom. Each bristle is a defensive weapon. If swallowed, they can cause internal bleeding and paralysis, making the fireworm virtually untouchable to most fish. They are not just defensive, they are active scavengers, using their venomous protection to eat in peace while others flee from their presence. The bootlace worm's sheer scale is hard to comprehend. It is a biological anomaly, a creature that has prioritized length over almost every other feature. It navigates through chemical signals, tasting the water to find prey. Despite its size, it is a master of stealth in the murky depths. It hunts with a retractable proboscis, a sticky appendage that can reach out and grab prey before it even knows the worm is there. In the desert of the deep sea, a whale fall is an oasis. The Osedax worms arrive quickly, ready to reclaim the ancient nutrients. Their root-like structures secrete acid, breaking down the tough bone matrix. It is a slow, methodical process of consumption that lasts for many years. They reproduce at an incredible rate, ensuring that when the next whale falls miles away, their larvae will be there to start the cycle. The environment near the vents would melt or poison almost any other living thing. Yet the giant tube worms stand as silent, resilient sentinels. That vibrant red color comes from hemoglobin, which they use to transport hydrogen sulfide and oxygen to the bacteria living deep within them. They provide the foundation for an entire ecosystem. Without these worms, the life surrounding these volcanic vents would simply vanish into the dark. Gravity dictates the size of everything on land. But in the water, the rules are rewritten. allowing for giants that challenge our understanding. These worms have been the kings of the dark for eons. They are survivors, adapted to conditions that have remained unchanged for millions of years. Coming face to face with one is a reminder of how little we know about our own planet's hidden depths and the monsters within. Once the bobbit worm has you, its internal teeth act like a ratchet, pulling the prey deeper into its throat with every desperate movement. The fireworm's sting is a chemical burn that disrupts the nervous system. For a small creature, it is an instant and painful death sentence. By knotting itself, the bootlace worm reduces its surface area, making it harder for predators to find a point of attack on its long body. Eventually, even the strongest bones are turned to dust by the oceanics. They are the final cleaners of the deep, leaving nothing behind. They endure temperatures that would boil a human instantly. Their chemistry is a marvel of resilience, forged in the fires of the Earth's crust. The variety of their adaptations is staggering. From chemical fire to biological acid, they have mastered every form of survival in the deep. The ocean keeps its secrets well. Most of these creatures spend their entire lives without ever being seen by a single human eye. To see the full length of a bobbit worm is to realize how much danger is truly hidden beneath our feet when we swim. The glow of a fireworm is a warning that screams, "Do not touch." In the dark ocean, color is a language of life and death. It moves with a grace that belies its simple structure. It is a masterpiece of fluid dynamics, gliding through the water with minimal effort. Years pass, and the massive skeleton of a whale is reduced to nothing by these tiny, persistent scavengers of the lightless abyss. They are sensitive to changes in pressure and light. At the first sign of danger, they vanish into their hard, protective shells. Their nervous systems are decentralized, allowing them to react with lightning speed to threats coming from any direction at any time. Even in captivity, they remain fierce and untamable. They are pure instinct, a biological machine designed for one thing: the hunt. Not even thick gloves can fully protect you. The needles are so sharp and fine, they can penetrate through many industrial materials easily. The slime of a bootlace worm is not just for lubrication. It contains a cocktail of toxins that can paralyze small prey instantly. These larvae can travel for hundreds of miles on ocean currents, waiting for the chemical scent of a new bone to settle on. They grow in dense clusters, creating a living forest that provides shelter for crabs, shrimp, and other strange deep-sea life forms. Evolution has given sea worms the armor they need to survive in a world where everything is trying to eat everything else. Every hole in the sand is a potential grave. The deep sea is a place where you must watch your every step, literally. In the world of toxins, respect is earned. The fireworm moves confidently through the deadliest parts of the reef without any fear. You can stretch them, but you can rarely break them. Their muscles are designed for tension, making them incredibly durable in harsh currents. The chemical process of dissolving bone is a silent, glowing miracle of biology that happens thousands of meters below the surface. Despite their strange appearance, there is a rhythmic beauty to their movement, a dance of life at the edge of the abyss. On land, birds eat worms. In the shallow seas, there are records of bobbit worms grabbing low-flying birds and dragging them into the depths. Under the right light, their true nature is revealed. They are neon-lit warnings in a world that mostly operates in shades of gray. They can compress their bodies into almost nothing, hiding in cracks that seem far too small for such a massive organism to enter. Scientists are still uncovering the secrets of the Osedax. Every discovery reveals a new layer of complexity in their strange, parasitic lifestyle. The scale of the deep sea is overwhelming. These worms are the pioneers of a frontier that we have barely begun to map. Even these ancient predators are facing new threats from our world. Their survival depends on an ocean that is rapidly changing around them. It moves with purpose, a predator that knows it has nothing to fear. The fireworm is the undisputed king of the reef's chemical weapons. In the open sea, they can become tangled in debris, yet their slimy coating ensures they can almost always slip away unharmed. The bone tells the story of the worm's feast. Each hole is a testament to the slow, invisible power of the ocean's bone-eaters. They thrive in the very conditions that would destroy most life. They are the ultimate survivors, born of heat and toxic chemicals. Evolution has designed these creatures for efficiency. Every feature, no matter how bizarre, serves the singular purpose of keeping them alive. The surface is a mask of tranquility. Beneath it lies a world of terror and wonder that challenges our very definition of life. The perfect crime. No evidence, no warning, just a sudden disappearance into the sand where the bobbit worm waits for the next. It is a beautiful defense, a shimmering crown of pain that ensures the fireworm can travel wherever it pleases without being disturbed. Their resilience is unmatched. In the turbulent waters of the deep, they are as flexible as the ocean itself, enduring the unendurable. Their reproductive strategy is one of the strangest in the animal kingdom, a life of total dependence in the dark of the abyss. Within the hard tube lies a creature of pure vulnerability, relying entirely on its chemical partners and its stony home to survive. The water supports their weight, freeing them from the structural limits that keep land-based life small and grounded in the dirt. If you find one in your tank, be careful. They are masters of hide and seek, and they won't go down without a fight. The possibility of alien life often mirrors the horrors we find in our own oceans. The worms of Earth may just be the beginning. Respect the humble earthworm, for it is the lucky one that escaped the arms race of the deep and found peace on land. The ocean remains the ultimate frontier, a place where the slimiest creatures became the most terrifying killers in the history of our world. So next time you're at the beach, remember, the sand under your feet might be hiding something far more dangerous than you think. If you enjoyed this descent into the abyss, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. There are many more monsters to discover. Thanks for watching. Keep your eyes on the water and never stop questioning the mysteries of the deep. We'll see you next time.